Решил пойти на свадьбу по приглашению Крейзеля, то есть Мельника. План готов, все готово. Чтобы не мучить вас всяким томлением, погнали.
I see you're already dolled up. And you don't look bad at all. Looking like that, you'll be fending girls off with a stick.
Good to hear.
А че репутация-то
Hold on a
потеряна?
while. I'll get washed and dressed, then we can go.
Welcome, Miller. Who are your companions?
Who do you think? More guests.
Crazo, my friend. So you've arrived. And you're bringing company?
Sir, allow me to introduce Miss Kvyetta from Kolin. She's an acquaintance of mine. That is, I knew her parents. They were burghers.
I was passing by, and Miller Crazel was kind enough to ask me to accompany him. I hope you don't mind.
Not at all. I wouldn't turn away a visitor from so far away.
Lord Samin, why didn't you tell me you were
петух.
expecting a lovely lady?
I'm just as surprised as you are. This is good wife Kvyetta.
Miss Kvyetta, from Colleen. It's an honor, Master Chamberlain.
And what brings you here, Henry?
А тут как бы попасться можно.
I'm escorting Miss Kvyetta here.
I asked Henry to chaperone Miss Kvyetta. She doesn't know
Я
anyone
проебался,
here,
да?
so I didn't want to leave her alone.
The services of your lad will not be required. I'll be happy to take care of Miss Kvyetta. Of course, only if she wants to.
It would be an honor, Master
Не
Chamberlain.
понял, что тут за кривляние
But,
началось.
Master
Ну да хуй с ним.
Chamberlain, you wouldn't just send Henry off, would you?
There's plenty of food and drink, and my door is always open for Henry.
Thank you. What about Lord von Berghoff? Has he arrived yet? I'd love to meet him. The Royal Chamberlain is certainly not interested in the likes of you, boy.
Well, he hasn't arrived yet anyway.
I'm sure he'll come. You don't have to worry, sir.
I hope so. We can't hold off the ceremony until evening.
Oh, plenty of daylight left. At least you can get rid of those flea-ridden beggars by the gate in the meantime.
What? They're back? Tuma! Didn't I tell you to chase them away?
I drove them off, but they came back.
Close the gate so the guests don't see them. They must be gone by the time Lord von Berghoff arrives. Every last one, you hear?
Oh dear, oh dear. Why so angry, sir? You seem a little jumpy. Surely not because of Sir Otto.
Of course it's because of him. What if it all ends up in disgrace? What if he turns up at the gate and leaves? I know he's capable of that.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Thanks, but I can't ask that of you. What kind of host would that make me?
If the boy offers voluntarily, you shouldn't turn him down. If he proves himself, perhaps we can introduce him to Lord von Berghoff as a reward, if that's what he wants.
I promise I won't bring shame on you.
We'll see. I've got to make some arrangements with the cook, but come and see me later. In the meantime, you can introduce yourself to the bailiff's son, Svatopluk, over there. You're the same age, so I think you'll get along just fine.
See now, Henry? I'm sure he could point you out some pretty lasses.
There's plenty of other entertainment, too. Bailiff Thrush is holding a dice tournament, and Captain Gnarly a
Всякую
dueling
мелочную
contest.
хуйню я
In
снимать не
short,
буду, это
a proper
бессмысленно.
wedding. Eat and drink to your heart's content. Rejoice! It's a big day for Samin.
One more thing, sir.
What else? Did I forget something?
They're, weapons.
Yes, of course. Please leave your weapons with Tuma. You surely understand it's for security.
Please give us something. Give us poor beggars a bite to eat. Help the hungry.
Решил продолжить с этого момента, потому что там дальше замесы начнутся, небось.
What are you doing here? Who are you?
Да я мимо проходил, тупик забрел.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. I was hoping to find you both here. Sir Alder as well. Come now, dry your tears.
Блять, баба сырость в
What's the
в погребе
matter, eh?
разводит. Тут все скисло.
It's older.
Ольдер.
Did he...
No. He just disappeared. Left practically right from the altar.
But why? You two look so happy.
I was hoping he'd stay at home more after we were married. Instead of always riding off
Так
somewhere.
надейся. Кто тебе мешает
What
надеяться?
a silly goose I am.
What was so urgent that it couldn't wait until morning?
I don't know. He didn't tell me, but he often rides off in a hurry.
I heard he deliberately rushed the ceremony.
Everyone wanted to wait for Sir Otto von Berghoff. He was supposed to be the guest of honor. But Alder was on edge all day, especially after that messenger arrived. He got impatient and said he wanted to have the ceremony right away.
What messenger?
He didn't carry any lord's colours, just a rider. He came in, exchanged a few rushed words with Alder, and then rode off again. And a little while after the ceremony, Alder rode off too.
Didn't he at least tell you when he'd be back?
No.
Блять, что ты
Sometimes he
вообще
comes back in the
знаешь?
evening. Sometimes he's gone for days. He doesn't want to talk about it at all.
Don't worry. He'll be back soon. Nobody would leave a pretty girl like you alone for long.
He couldn't care less about me. His father arranged the marriage mainly for the money they're getting from my pa. You don't have anything to say, do you? At least I see you think I'm right.
Тут она сама рассудила, что захотела, то и увидела.
Oh well, I've already cried buckets. I could use a drink. How about you?
That doesn't sound like a good idea. A bride is supposed to be chaste, fragile, pure.
And the groom is supposed to at least be present, for God's sake. And where is he? So, are we drinking or not?
Shouldn't you slow down? The night is still young. Maybe Alder will come back and you'll have... duties.
Mother said all a girl has to do is lie down and hold on. I can do that drunk. Let Alder do all the work.
Wow.
Блять, да как ты меня заебал, гандон ты бородатый, блять. Куда ни сунься, везде ты. Я первый пришел, блять. Это нахуй еще что за хуйня? Встань, блять! Встань, нахуй! Что за говно происходит, блять? Он, видимо, решил в овощи поиграть, нахуй разлегся такой, полежать, блять.
Someone's been coveting the neighbor's wife, eh?
Ёбаное животное, ты можешь встать, нахуй.
Not that I blame you.
Блять, чё же оно такое ничтожество, блять? Ну, сука, подходи, блять. Что-то долго подходит. Мать. И гнусные ебальники прогружает. Ну. Это вечная загрузка?
You
Пришлось, сука, игру перезапускать. Ты, петушиная макушка, блядь. Да ты на кого нахуй набросился, блядь, гандон? Воу, это чё за хуйня? Ты, сука, кто такой, блядь, будешь, говно ебаное? Я ж тебя нахуй в кашу сейчас превращу, говно. О, даже священник вступился, нихуя, красава, блядь. Да не того, блядь, вот этого нахуй. Сука, да не бей священника-то. Сука, блядь, говно ебаное. Ты на кого нахуй набросился? Тварь, блядь. Расхуярь ему черепушку, блядь. Тварь ебаная. Кто следующий? Хуярь стражника. Воу, это что за хуйня? Блять, можно ударять нахуй не кулаком, а локтем, блять. Локтем раз ударил, нахуй, он сразу человек подох, нахер. Сука, с копьями нахуй нечестно. Что-то, блядь, далеко занесло. Ужица, блядь, родное ужица. Было когда-то в первой игре. О! Знакомая пьяная харя. Ебать, это ж сколько выпить надо, чтобы тебя шатало нахуй, чтобы ты на ногах не держался. Ебать, у него вены, ебаный в рот. Да у тебя варикоз, блядь. Это еще что за хмырь? Ебать его. Сколько знакомых лиц сразу. Гляди, передоз будет.
Trust me, friend.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
We need to have a word with you.
Ган уж даже переоделся. В первой игре постоянно в одном костюме ходил.
I think not.
What brings you to my humble rectory, gentlemen?
Are you all packed, Godwin? I heard you got kicked out of your humble rectory.
Your concern is really touching, Hanush. Did you come to see me off, or to help me do my laundry?
Watch your mouth, priest. You might end up losing more than your parish.
Easy, my friend. Don't let him get you all worked up.
I'd like to teach him a good lesson.
But that's not why we're here.
Well, why are you here then?
We have a secret mission for you.
I'm all ears, Sir Radzik.
В первой игре Радцик был Радцигом.
Aye. I heard a word or two about that. Where was it you sent him? Trotsky?
Yes, to Sir Otto von Bergoff's castle.
Royal Chamberlain von Berger? The League of Lords fella?
You know more than I'd expect from you.
It doesn't surprise me. I also know that Trotsky is about 3 days' ride away.
2 days, weather permitting.
The young lord should have been back long since then, shouldn't he?
He should. But he's not.
То есть обернуться должны были примерно за 5 дней, но они там уже, небось, месяц сидят.
And now you want me to find out why he's not here yet.
That's right. You'll go to Trotsky and see if anything's happened to him.
Микрофон приходится поправлять. Малость.
Why me? Honestly, I'd like to know that too, Radzig. Why this fellow?
He has experience like few others. You know that, Hanush. And not just in combat. Although he might not look like it at the moment, he is from a noble family, so he knows how to deal with nobility.
What? You're saying this scoundrel in a cassock is blue-blooded?
It's true. And he also understands the common people. Since we don't know what's holding Capon up, we need someone who can deal with whoever he comes across.
I hope you're right. So what do you say, Godwin?
Ну так-то если
How can I
посмотреть
say
туда.
no after such words of praise?
Well, that went better than I expected.
Oh, don't get ahead of yourself. I won't rest until my nephew is safely back in Perkstein.
When should I go?
Right away.
Трезвека бахни и вали в путь.
Fuck! Did they have to lock us up in here of all places? I have a feeling these walls are moving. The cell is getting smaller and smaller. Can you hear me? Let me out! Hey! Hear me!
Give it a rest.
В тишине посиди, подумай.
I feel like we're going to be crushed here.
Соломы пошеруди.
Listen here, Henry. I wanted to say, well, that I'm glad to see you again. Henry?
Лучше молчать.
Well, it sounds like the great Sir Hans Capon is getting ready to apologize. But why?
Well, because I'm just sorry, I suppose. And nevertheless, Henry, I wanted to say that, well, you were right. I behaved badly. Awfully.
All right. I accept your apology. All water
Не, ну
under
а
the
толку
bridge,
с ним
eh?
грызться сейчас.
Old pal.
Thanks.
Замириться надо
So,
и
what were
сотрудничать.
you getting up to the whole time anyway?
Да, блять, где я только не
I was
работал.
working in the blacksmith's forge in Takov.
Oh, well, lucky for you, you have a trade you could work at.
Sort of. Most of the time I was actually chasing after lost carts or scrambling over the rocks looking for hermits.
Well, at least you weren't bored, eh?
Well, you haven't been idle. Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, envoy to the royal hetman, and poacher.
Only commoners poach. I was hunting in the territory of another noble. Without his permission, admittedly.
But that's a capital crime.
Ah, bollocks! There's nothing to worry about.
Heaven help us.
Shh, quiet! There's something going on outside the door.
Have you seen Captain Thomas? Yarrick says he's in a bad way.
He's right. Them fuckers cut him up good.
Last I heard
Опять
from
эти
Father
двое.
Nicodemus, though, was that his wounds are healing.
Aye. Only he's been struck down by a fever. And the sawbones is away with Sir Otto.
Good God!
Captain Thomas! Yes! He met us before we reached the pond, didn't he? We showed him our letter.
But he's in a fever. You heard them.
Oh, we'll deal with that somehow. Hey!
Leave it be.
Hey! Open up, you rabble! We're messengers from Ratai. Your captain can confirm it. Do you hear?
Again?
Those damned fools won't give us any peace.
Come on, fellas! Be reasonable. We're envoys of the Lord of
Ты не с теми
Lipa.
разговариваешь. Тут, судя по всему, некому тебя выслушать.
About time. Just you wait till Lord von Berghoff hears how you treat a noble.
You, come with me to the courtyard. Chamberlain says we ain't gonna waste bread on you for nothing. We've got a job for you.
What about me? I want to talk to the captain right now.
You want to talk to God, fella. You're getting the gallows for poaching.
Здрасте, приехали, ебать.
You can't hang a nobleman.
Jesus, wait! Hear that? That bell's tolling for you, mate. 12 more times, and the priest will come for you. Hans! But you can't! Hans, don't worry, I'll fix it! Move it!
Сука.
I'm a nobleman! You hear me? I'm a noble! I'm sorry.
Ебать, это для него удар, наверное. Он тут ходит, всем доказывает, что он шляхтич, а его просто ебалом в говно макают. Так, и чё дальше?
So, if you want to get out of here, you'll have to make amends and work off your debt. For a start, you can carry all the charcoal from this wagon up to the store.
Wait, though. What's going to happen with Capon?
With that madman? He was poaching, so he'll swing.
But he really is a noble.
Ain't you a bit old for fairy tales, son? Once the bell tolls for the 12th time, it won't matter a damn who he used to be anyway. If you want to do something for him, pray. And best pretend you don't know him.
Your Captain Thomas can testify that we're envoys from Ratai. It's the truth, I swear.
Don't you say a word about our captain. We don't know if the poor fella will live to see morning. They moved him during the night to the chapel at the very top of the Maiden. It seems only God can help him now.
Why did they move your captain to the chapel? All that way up?
So he'd be closer to God. Either the good Lord will help him, or take him to his bosom. The captain's in a really bad way. And our Sawbones is away with Lord von Bergov.
What about my things? You took everything away from me.
That's what happens to people in jail. When we set you free,
Ага, у Птачека не
you'll get
забрали.
your stuff back. In the worst case, we might keep something to cover the damages you caused at the wedding. Got it?
Got it. Do you always ring the bells before an execution?
Aye, it's a local custom. They say back in the past, the local lord slept through a scheduled execution, and they had to release the condemned man. Don't worry, that won't happen today.
What happens when I'm done with this?
What do you reckon? You'll get another job, and when there's no more work for you, you can bugger off wherever you like.
That's all?
Aye? What do you expect? The axe? Lord von Bergov is strict, but he ain't a tyrant. But poaching now, that's another matter.
And can I go there? I really have to talk with Captain Thomas.
Ну, мало
Don't
ли.
fucking annoy me, fella. You got off lightly so far, believe me.
What? You won't even let me pray in the chapel?
We will not. You're not allowed inside at all. And don't let me catch you
Ебать,
snooping
так мне в
around there.
часовню надо сейчас залезть как-то.
I'll get
Через
to work.
пень-колоду
Good
как-то.
lad. The store's up by the gate to the inner bailey. Or Sinner the blacksmith
Так, ну,
is
ну
idling
эту
around
постную
somewhere
дрянь я
there.
снимать не буду.
He'll think up some job for you. Or go down to the outer bailey where they're building the scaffold near the gate. They'll be working up there for sure. And no wandering around where you're not allowed.
Yeah.
Да, это понятно. Ладно, за дело.
See, there's caves under Tursky, and the well ain't actually a well, but an underground pool in one of them caves. And from there, you can get to the dungeons, and then into the Maiden.
Oh, he sounds bold.
Oh, aye, but they still caught him and gave him a whipping. And when they found out how he done it, they took the cleats out of the well wall.
What does that mean?
That the next Binyek would have to jump in and not climb down. I wouldn't fancy that.
Indeed. I'll be going.
Aye. God be with you.
Вот, собственно, и есть способ, как попасть в башню. Теперь осталось туда, блядь, забраться. Сколько раз придется переигрывать, покажет время.
This is that well that Calder mentioned.
Проходи давай, пидорас, блядь.
Ah, shit. Oh, this was a bad idea. But it seems I won't drown, at least.
Ага, тут факел есть. Хорош. Может, его наденешь, да? Это хорошо, что мне факел подбросили. Нихера себе. Что это, блядь, такое? Келлина тут забыла. Ты двигаться сегодня будешь, блядь, заебал. Так, я думаю, лучше сделать вот так вот. У меня есть 3 отмычки. Посмотрим, как их можно будет реализовать.
The second toll for Hans. Hans! Are you there?
Henry! Is that you? You've got to get me the fuck out of here.
Да я понял.
They want to hang me.
Yes. Unfortunately, that's true. They're building a
Я, кстати,
scaffold in the
помог ее строить
courtyard.
немного.
Jesus Christ! You've got to find that Captain Thomas, who can testify who we are.
I know, but they took him during the night up to the chapel in the Maiden Tower. They won't let me in there.
Jesus! Why do I have to have such rotten luck? Christ's wounds.
Well, we've been damn lucky all the time I've known you. It was only a matter of time before it turned to shit.
It's all the same. How did you get in here anyway? Did they let you come and see me?
Да,
Not
впустили,
exactly.
блядь.
I shouldn't be here. And if they catch me, the game's up.
That's not good. There's a guard just around the corner watching the jail.
Can you try and distract him? I'll hide in the meanwhile.
Sneak into the torture chamber opposite. It's empty now, fortunately.
Надо будет по диалогам определить, подошел он или нет. Двинули нахуй отсюда. Ебать. Здрасте, нахуй. Да закрой ты, блядь. Так. Сильно я тут рискую, нет? Мне нужен спасительный шнапс. Без него прям проблема будет. Кстати, что с вот этим вот пидорасом делать, я в хер не дую. Хотя, может быть... Все понятно. Такс. Нихуя полезного тут нету, блять. Закрой двери, сука. Хуй знает, мало ли понадобится. Здорово.
Pardon me for disturbing you, miss.
If you want to pray,
Вот это зрелище,
go
блин.
somewhere else. The chapel is closed. Unless you're a priest. Which I presume you're not.
No, I'm not. My name is Henry.
I'm Adela, Thomas's sister. What is it you want, Henry?
I need to talk to your brother.
No chance of that. He's been lying in a fever for 3 days, and the surgeon is away with Sir Otto. Unless he returns soon, Thomas won't be talking to anyone ever again.
Oh, Christ. But this is a matter of life and death. Thomas is the only one who can testify to what happened.
Yes, it's a matter of life and death for my brother. I want him to rest. Besides which, he's delirious and can't tell you anything.
What actually happened to him?
They were attacked by bandits by the pond. His mare, Arrow, brought him home. He was completely out of it. And little wonder, the way he was hacked up. If the surgeon was here, he'd be in his care. Some of his wounds have healed, but now he has a fever. He's been bedridden for 3 days.
I'm sorry. Maybe I could help somehow?
The only one who can help now is the priest. And I don't want to sound gloomy, but all he can do is pray too. Just the same as me.
Where's the physician?
He's with Lord von Berghoff. When Thomas started to get feverish, he left some concoction for him. He was only meant to be gone for a while, but it seems they got stuck somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, the concoction ran out, and we don't have any other physician here.
I'm not a physician, but I could try and brew that concoction. It can't hurt to try. Do you know what it was brewed from?
If I knew that, I'd have brewed it myself. Not even our surgeon knows. He does everything according to his books. He uses some medical manuscript, whether he's treating people or livestock.
And where is this book?
How should I know? Probably in his chambers, in the Crone.
I'll have a look there then.
But no one is allowed there.
I'll figure it out somehow.
Why do you want to help us?
Well, unless Thomas recovers and testifies that me and my
Сейчас
friend are
откровенность не
messengers from
повредит.
Rattay, then my friend will be executed.
You mean that poacher who's to be hanged?
He's a noble. Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. The whole thing is one big misunderstanding. And only Thomas can sort it out.
I'm a bit bewildered by all this. But all right.
The main thing is, I want Thomas to live too.
Yes, you're right.
I'll get going then. I don't have much time, and neither does Thomas.
Go. And thank you.
Да-да. Да-да. Так, нахуй тут задерживаться. Времени, блядь, нету. Ты еще чё тут, блядь, забыл, гондон? Блядь. Чё, блядь, глухой? Что, сука, с тобой не так? Ну и что это? Что это, блядь, за хуйня? Ну и что с ним делать? Ай, да в пизду. Я знаю, я и так сматываюсь, не парься, братан, не парься. Я вообще случайно сюда забрел, блядь, просто так. Может, прокатит?
The third toll. I better get moving.
Ну-ка. Ну, меня все равно поймают. Или он не в курсах вообще обо мне.
Show your stuff.
Wait!
Оп.
I surrender!
Блять.
Felt like doing a bit of robbery, did you? Snooping around on other people's property like
Че
that.
такой нахуй
But
надутый,
now
блядь,
you'll
слышишь?
pay a fine. But if we find out there's anything...
Чего, блядь?
Look, can you keep a secret?
What are you talking about? What secret?
Look, we're both men, aren't we?
Where are you going with this? You're testing my patience.
It's like this. Yesterday, I met this pretty girl. She makes yarn. And you know what they say about
Как он,
girls
блядь,
who
это
work with spinning
выдумывает?
wheels?
No? What?
They're really good in bed.
That's a good one.
Well, this
Типа
yarn
это
thing,
прокатит, что ли?
she was very afraid her mother would find out we planned on meeting. So she gives me these complicated directions on where to meet her. At high noon, I stood at the shadow of the tallest linden tree, and step by step, I set out. Then all of a sudden, I look around and realise I have no idea where I am. The girl's nowhere to be seen, and people are yelling at me. That girl made a right fool of me.
That's what you get for thinking with your prick.
Oh, I've had enough in bed.
All right then. I'll
Ебать,
turn a blind
прокатило.
eye. Just this
Нихуя
once.
себе. Ладно. Главное отмыться и побежать дальше. Так, мне получается сюда. Вроде как. Узнать, какую снадобье. Ну да, сюда.
Stuff your face quickly and get back to work.
Заткнись там нахуй. Сука, этого надо спровадить.
You'll have to wait. I've been here for ages. And
Still hungry?
I wouldn't be.
Why don't you go to the other kitchen? They're cooking there.
Are you daft? That's the noble's kitchen. We get our food here.
Чё, блять?
I'll be going then.
Go. Don't
Yes.
even look at the stairs. Never mind sitting once. You're a scrub you're after. You'll have to wait.
И что? Как этого хуесоса отсюда убрать?
Christ, I'll faint from hunger.
Не понял. Вообще нахуй в хуй не дую. Что, блять? Может ему голову просто отрезать нахуй из-под тяжка, а? Правда нечем. То есть мне надо что, жратву, блять, искать для этого хуесоса? Охуенное занятие.
Don't forget to light the fire in the main hall. It's as cold there as a
Ну и с кем из вас, шлюх ебаных, мне тут поговорить надо?
And when that's all done, let the maids get stuck into cleaning, so you don't show me up in front of his lordship.
Ты можешь, блядище, мразь ебаная, отвернуться просто отсюда, нет?
I heard something.
Хули ты пялишь на меня? Я тебе зенки сейчас выдавлю, нахуй, если будешь на меня пялиться. Ох, сука, как же мне это заебало, блядь. Пизду. Тут этот хуеплет еще больше, блядь. Ёбаная ваша мать. И что? Ну ему в натуре надо башку просто снести и все.
Aren't you supposed to be helping out?
Блять, какой же ты тупорылый, ебаный тебя рот. Просто улет, какой же ты тупоголовый. Какое снадобье нужно там? Выше пишет. Сокрой нахуй. Туда, походу. Опа. Знакомые лица, блядь. Ты, сука, еще что тут забыла, блядь?
I need help.
Who doesn't? I still have to clean out all the fireplaces in the crown. Do you know
Мне
how
срать на
many
твои
there are?
камины, нахуй. Мне надо Томаша прочистить.
I really don't know, but I'm in quite a fix, and you look like someone who could help me.
Apart from the fact that I'm not much of a good Samaritan, I can't imagine how I could help you.
Например,
We're in
просто
the
съеби
surgeon's
отсюда
chambers.
нахуй.
I'm sure there's plenty of stuff here that would be of use.
I suppose. But I still don't know why I should help you.
I'm not stupid. You've no business here. You're snooping around in the surgeon's stuff, and God knows what else. It could land you in trouble.
Oh, yeah? How?
Well, for instance, I could take something here. Don't forget, I might be slaving here today, but tomorrow they'll get fed up with me and they'll probably kick me out by morning. And you'll still be here. So it'll be on you. For sure someone saw you coming here.
And you too, no?
Well, there's quite a big difference between you and me. The guards don't pay much attention to me. But you...
I get it. Sometimes it's an advantage.
And sometimes not. So, to the point.
All right. If it's medicine you're after, the surgeon has a store across the corridor. There's all sorts of junk there, but there's one chest where he puts stuff that he hasn't used up. He locks it carefully, but you might get lucky.
По-моему, кладовая, мы сейчас в кладовой.
Then tough luck. But you can go and have a look at his records. That crackpot writes down everything he does. Maybe he gave someone something that might be of interest to you.
All right.
Ну, ясное дело, снадобье для лихорадки.
And now get out of my way. Simple maid like me has lots of work to do in this
Знаю,
castle.
чем у тебя полон рот. Иди нахуй отсюда. Опа. Такие полезности. Я заберу нахуй.
The fourth bell.
Это я тоже заберу. Это повязка. Все забирай нахуй. Ты пригодится. Соль, блядь. Опа. Это мое. Это мне. Книги. Читать. Наш камергер Ульрих обратно сюда наведался. Но не ссору со мной чинить, а напротив с нижайшей просьбой. Он нынче желудком мается. А после краткого осмотра я тут же смекнул, что его мучает желудочная язва. Не то. Я застал служанку Катерину, когда она в моих вещах рылась в кладовой, подле лаборатории. Пусть радуется, что я ее только лишь на словах пожурил, ибо в моем сундуке хранятся настои, тинктуры и снадобья, что в неумелых руках больших бед наделать могут. Хотя, надо признать, эта негодница все же выкрутилась. Покуда я ей рассказывал о бреде послена, поймал себя на мысли, что пялюсь на ее тугой корсаж. Ну, понятно, хуйня ебаная. Камергер Ульрих обратно заявился. Что, блядь? Злобствовал и даже угрожать изволил. Заявил, коли его хворобу не исцелю, мне в тросках делать нечего. Я ему на то ответил, что недуг его крайне редкий, чем немало ему польстил. А я все больше по обычным хворям. Так, это все херня какая-то. Во, лекаря Иразима одолела лихоманка. Из-за воспалившейся раны на правой руке. Так у меня появился повод опробовать новый настой против лихоманки, вызванной разного рода воспалениями. Это простое снадобье готовится из самых доступных ингредиентов. В кипящее вино бросается 3 части пижмы, 2 части тертого имбиря и 1 часть листьев бузины. Я раздобыл имбиря, хотя это было непросто, потому как сундук с драгоценными специями заперт, а замок на нем много лет сломан. Короче, понятно, что делать. Или стоп. Стоп. У меня рецепт есть, нет? Что с рецептом, блядь? Сука. Добыть снадобье от лихорадки. Сильный болеутоляющий, но это не то явно. Это все какая-то хуйня. Ну-ка. Может, тут появился. Но по памяти его с прочитанного как-то не особо. Всё хуйня. Не-не-не, не то. Стоп, блять, назад. Так, возьми вино, 3 горсти пижмы, 2 горсти имбиря и горсть листьев бузины. Что такое пыжма, блядь? Пыжма это 3 вот эти хуйни ебаных, блядь, ромашки. Вино, сука, бери.
The bell's ringing for hands the 5th time.
Не вижу смысла это снимать. Вроде как все заебись. Хорош. Хотя, было бы сейчас очень выгодно сделать себе шнапс. Могу я себе шнапс сделать? Я же не долбоёб нахуй не пользоваться возможностью. Да, хорош. Если бы он еще не тупил и быстрее действовал, вообще бы заебись было. Так, крапиву 2 оборота. Белодонну измельчить 1 оборот и слить. Как только начинает идти пар, сразу надо переворачивать часы. Отлично. Валиваем нахуй. Хотя, в принципе, с учетом того, что теперь у меня есть сохранение... Закрой, сука, дверь. Ничего не будет. Ну, если только оно, конечно, моментально подействует, тогда все заебись будет. А так что время есть, можно в принципе особо не спешить, пока что немножко поисследовать так мельком. А, ну вот и оно, кстати. Но я свое умею варить. Так, а сколько у меня? 5 штук. Охуенно. Так, раздеться, 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 чтобы шума не издавать. А вот сейчас лучше сделать вот так вот. И насколько я понимаю, по-моему, найти книгу для мельника. Это не комната писаря случайно? Очень на нее похоже просто. Какая-то хуйня, откровенно говоря. Опять какая-то хуйня. Тут случаем ничего нет. Вот, что это? Хуйня какая-то. Видать, все же ее тут нету. Нет, там ничего не будет. И тут ничего нет. Немножко поворую. Блять, да ты как сюда завалился, слышь, говноед. Сука, в самый ненужный момент приходит это мясо постоянно. Но он тупой, это хорошо. Здоров будь. Пошел нахер. Так, ты все еще такой тупой? Угу. Красава, молодец. Мое уважение. Еще никогда тупость не была такой полезной. Так, а тот пидорок там стоит все еще, нет? Нет, не стоит. Можно заодно одеться хорошо, да? Но лучше не палиться. Толку выебываться сейчас нету, так как работаем из-под тишка. А вот и я. Вы тут, сука, такие немощи, вы даже сварить нихуя не можете. Слюной пусть разводит. Что с ним, блядь, случилось вообще? Вороны говна наклевали. Сука, триллер какой-то начался нахуй. Да влей ты ему эту хуйню уже. Музыка-то какая, а? Прям как будто сейчас реально кого-то повесит. Вот шлем слева с ранделями очень часто светился еще даже в Ведьмаке. Чебурашка, блядь. Целый хор поет. Хули вам, сука, всем смешно, ебаната, блядь. Вы его даже не знаете никто.
I urge you all to be vigilant. These days we have all sorts of vagabonds,
Напыщенный индюк.
drifters, outlaws and bandits
Прыщавым
roaming
хуем,
the
как
country.
выяснилось.
And we have one of those vermin here today. A fella called Hans, who is clearly not right in the head. A dangerous madman, a brawler, and a thug. And worst of all, a poacher.
Он сейчас расплачется, не такое лицо.
And so, for the damages he caused to our dear Lord
Сдается
Otto
мне,
von
люди себя не так
Berghoff,
перед смертью ведут.
he is sentenced to be hanged by the
Это уж
neck
какая-то театральщина.
until dead.
You can't execute this man. He's a noble. Captain Thomas here will testify that we're messengers from Ratov.
Ебать, ты какое-то очень концентрированное варево, видимо, сделал, что его сразу на ноги нахуй поддернуло.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein.
Опа, а ты тут что
Deal with it,
забыл?
for God's sake.
But sir, the captain.
Captain Thomas has a fever. He's clearly delirious. Seize
Может, ему
them immediately.
дадите сказать,
Can't
нет?
do this.
Он все-таки
I'm
приковылял
a
как-то.
nobleman, you hear? A noble!
Get your hands off me.
Ты что за хуйня, ёб твою мать?
You can't do this.
Да все ж нормально, блядь. Сука, блядь. Триллера не решили тут сделать. Чего там еще? Дед.
My lord.
На понтах влетел.
What the hell is going on? It was just a... It's a hanging.
You can't hang him.
Да ты шо, правда?
He's a noble.
That's for me to judge. Take him down! And for Christ's sake, help me off this horse!
Что, печень пропил? Держится за нее. Наоборот, блядь, на печень с другой стороны, блядь, что я несу нахуй. Это плохо деду. Ну, и жили они долго и счастливо.
You may enter. His lordship is expecting you.
So,
И ведь не впадло ему в
you're
доспехах
messengers
постоянно
from
ходить.
Ratai, huh? I was wondering when someone would turn up. All right, then. Let's hear it.
My respects, Sir Otto. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, and this is Henry of Skalitz, my escort.
Welcome to Trusky, gentlemen. I'd greet you standing up as befits, but I'm glad I can even sit at the moment.
I heard you were ambushed by outlaws.
You heard right. Those bastards did a job on me. And I got out luckier than most. Almost all the others were killed, including my page and my surgeon. So there is no one here to heal me, and I will have to inform poor Albert's father that his son died in my service.
I hope your health will soon be restored, sir.
We shall see. But now, you tell me what happened here in Herrgottsnamen. Why did my chamberlain try to hang you, Lord Capon?
In truth, the welcome we got from your Master Chamberlain was somewhat... how shall I put it?
Your Chamberlain's welcome was appropriate enough, considering our appearance, the situation in your domain,
Этим, сука, не
and your
обольщайся,
orders,
понял?
sir.
Ah. I appreciate your diplomacy, young man. Master Chamberlain Ulrich can sometimes be more hasty and passionate than is healthy. And we are glad you hold no grudge against him. Are we not, Ulrich?
I regret what happened, gentlemen. Please accept my humblest apologies.
Anyway, let us leave this
Будто твой
misunderstanding
пиздеж что-то
aside
отменяет.
and get to the point. As far as I'm aware, Ratai showed no interest in negotiations before, either with me or with the League of Lords.
True. Our houses have thus far stood on opposite sides.
I should say so. Attacking Brno and Jihlava together with that renegade Sokol of Lemberg hardly inspired our sympathy. But let us leave that aside. Tell me, what does Sir Hanush have on his mind? I am all ears.
Unfortunately, during the ambush, we lost the letter we were carrying, so you'll have to make do with my word of mouth.
All right. Go ahead and speak.
In brief, Sir Hanush, Sir Radzig, and other lords take the view that the situation has got out of control. And that's of no benefit to anyone in Bohemia, neither Wenceslas's supporters or the League of Lords. King Sigismund's actions will not lead to instilling greater order than under King Wenceslas. Quite the contrary.
Let us say that maybe. What arises from it?
Sir Hanush and the other lords on our side are interested in knowing what the stance of the League of Lords is at this moment, and whether they haven't perhaps reevaluated some things.
In other words, whether I might betray Sigismund.
Well, betray is a strong word. We came to you, Sir Otto, because you're the leading voice of the League of Lords. I expect there are also lords among your ranks who are considering how to find a way out of this sticky situation. And for the Kingdom of Bohemia, it would certainly be better if our paths were to join, rather than parting.
Your companion speaks like a diplomat, Sir Hans. However, the question is whether it's possible to join fire with water and end up with anything but nasty smoke. Nonetheless, Sir Hanush and Sir Radzig are right. There is disorder and anarchy in the land. Bandits riding roughshod all over. As we all know, to our cost.
We've had plenty of experience of that at home too, sir. Only a short time ago we had to deal with a similar band.
Then you will surely understand that before I begin debating who would be the better king, I must sweep my own doorstep. Only I'm damned if I know how to do that, since those bastards have wiped out half of my garrison, including my captain.
If I may be so bold, sir, you're not the only one. We also have a score to settle with them, so Henry and I will gladly help you.
Is that so? Now that is what I call the words of a knight, Sir Hans.
Right now, we've got a common enemy. So we have common interests, too.
So then, sir, may we be of assistance to you?
Indeed, you may. Perhaps in the end we may really find some common ground. I need to muster sufficient reserves to deal with those outlaws once and for all. I'm summoning my vassals here to Trotsky. And since I don't have many men left to send as messengers, I will gladly accept your help.
Just say the word, sir. Where should we go?
You'll go to Nebakov, a small castle, or rather a fortress among the cliffs. The yeoman there, Jaromir Nebak, is an old hardhat and may not be very willing to fulfill his obligations. It would be useful if an eloquent noble like yourself visited him to explain him clearly why I need his whole garrison.
Who is this Lord Nebak?
The lord of a smaller house with not much in the way of estates, just a fortress and lands, but he also owns a mill that provides a significant part of his income. His children are grown up. His daughter married well, thanks to Sir Otto. His son is away from the domain, dealing with duties. Sir Otto helped him to acquire an official position. In short, the House of Nebak is more than beholden to Sir Otto for his magnanimous help and support.
Thank you, Ulrich. Nevertheless, I suspect Jaromir will not be keen to charge into battle. But that is of little consequence. He has a few good men who will be useful. That will do us. If he delivers, I will regard his obligation as fulfilled.
What should we do if he's unwilling to heed what we say?
His house has always been loyal to mine. And it has always been more than worth their while. So tell him that I would like it to remain so. I do not expect any great obstacles, but it would be wise to show Sir Jaromir respect by sending him
На
someone
словах-то, ну,
of
конечно, все гладко.
status. He will take his time over being persuaded, and then concur, as he always has done.
I'll get to him somehow, sir.
I expect nothing less from you.
Но все остальные вопросы крайне тупые.
Is that all, sir?
It's no simple task. Knowing Jaromir, if I sent a common messenger, he'd come back with a boot print on his backside. Dealing with the lower nobility can be tricky. They tend to be fixated on their own somewhat fragile status.
We'll take care of it, sir. Count on us.
All right. We'll head out as soon as possible. Let's not delay our diplomatic mission unnecessarily.
Very well. I think that is all for now. The Chamberlain will show you where you can put your heads down, and he will supply you with horses. And once we have resolved this little digression, we shall talk about your own mission.
Thank you, sir.
May I ask something, Sir Otto?
Oh. Ask away, young man.
When you were ambushed, did you see those bandits? Would you recognize any of them?
Henry, don't start with that again.
Why do you ask?
The thing is, when we were ambushed, I believe I saw among them one of the men we ran up against at home.
Oh. What did he look like? Do you know his name?
He's called Istvan Toth, a Hungarian noble. He wears black armor. A
Он
stocky
вообще
fella,
броню не
around
носит.
40.
I've already told you that's
Акетон.
nonsense. How would he be here? You only saw him from a distance, from behind. You're imagining it.
And why does this Toth interest you, young man?
He was the leader of a band that made trouble for us in Sasau. And he has something that belongs to me.
Ah, interesting. Interesting. But I must disappoint you. I saw no one of that description.
Thank you, sir. And sorry. I had to ask.
I understand. And now I shall entrust you to the care of Ulrich here. And I shall look forward to the good tidings you bring me from Nebakov. Go with God, gentlemen.
Thank you for everything, sir.
Вот и
There
все.
will be time enough yet for social niceties. Now there are more practical matters to deal with. Sir Otto has generously
Надо
agreed to
заняться
accommodate
оснащением,
Lord Capon in one of his
экипировкой.
chambers. And you, Henry, shall also be accommodated, as befits your station.
И тебе этот
There
шепель
your,
поперек очка затолкаю, сука,
equipment
соответственно
shall
моему
also be
положению,
returned to
блядь.
you, and you'll find your horse in the stable. Nevertheless, his lordship takes the view that, as a noble's escort, you should have a befitting mount. And therefore he has kindly decided that you may take one of our horses, if you so wish. Gentlemen, follow me.
Давай селфи сделаем. Нет, это слишком далеко. О,
Nice one.
хорош. Как-то так.